we see Lee Jae and Subin. They were going home together. Lee Jae was very drunk and was singing. Subin tried to stop her. But she did not listen to him. Subin asked, "Where have you been?" Lee Jae said, "Where else would I go? I am following you because I got fired from my job." Later, she showed him the script and said, "Let's make a film together." She crossed the bricks over the water and started dancing. She was about to fall into the water. But Subin saved her at the right time and held her in his arms. We come to the present where Lee Jae was in the hotel. She was remembering all those scenes. She quickly put on her clothes and tried to run outside. But she realized that someone was coming. She ran into the bathroom. But Subin was already there. Lee Jae said, "Someone has come outside." In-woo also came near the bathroom and said, "Are you taking a shower? You are very hot. Can you come outside now?" Lee Jae started smiling. In-woo said, "Okay. Come to the lounge. I need to talk to you." After he left, we see both of them looking at each other. Subin said to her, "Where are you looking?" Lee Jae said, "I don't know where I should look." He looked into her eyes and said, "Your eyes are swollen." Later, he took a towel and started wiping them. She threw it away and said, "Why didn't you tell me earlier that you also had a roommate?" But he said, "He doesn't stay with me. He stays next door. Wait for me outside. I need to talk to you. We have to talk about what happened yesterday." In the next scene, we see Lee Jae sitting outside. She was waiting for him. She tried to calm herself down and said, "How should I sit?" But then Subin came there. Lee Jae started asking, "What happened yesterday? I only remember telling you that we should make a film together." Subin started telling her, "You did a lot yesterday." She asked, "What did I do?" But he did not tell her anything. However, he told her that she had listed her place, meaning that she wanted to sell it. In the next scene, she came to her house. But she saw that many tenants had come there. They told her that she had called them and told them about the property. She regretted herself and wondered why she had done that. However, she was drunk at that time and did not even know what she was doing. In the next scene, she was with Subin where she was about to put the seal on the contract so that both of them could make a film together. But first, she started thinking about something. Subin said, "What happened? Is the seal too heavy? Why can't you put it on? When I did this for the first time, I felt the same thing. Don't worry. This film is yours. You will direct it. From the beginning till the end, I will always stay with you." Later, she put the seal on it. Then In-woo also came and said to Lee Jae, "I am very excited to work with you. Subin has told me a lot about you. We are looking for a new studio for you so that you can stay there. Subin told us to do this." But she refused and said, "I can stay at my friend's house." But In-woo said, "That won't work. You have to write, and for that you need a peaceful place. By the way, I saw your heels last night. You were in the hotel too, right?" She did not say anything. In the next scene, we see In-woo coming to producer Kang. He told him, "I am the one. Now Lee Jae cannot work at your company because you fired her. She has signed a contract with us. Now she will work on a film. But our legal team found out how you used to torture her. You used her." He gave many examples, like how he used her as a driver. But Kang said, "I never did anything like that." However, In-woo told him that they had evidence. Both of them also arranged everything to write their script. But Lee Jae could not focus. Subin said, "Let's do one thing. We will go watch a movie so that you can continue your story with a peaceful mind." She said, "Okay." In the next scene, we see Hannah on her set. They needed a man for the shoot. But that man did not come. So the director told Yugen, "You do this." Later, Yugen did exactly that. Everyone appreciated him because the shoot went very well. Nearby, we see Sagan watching everything. He shouted at Yugen and said, "Come outside." He kicked him and said, "Why were you laughing at me?" But Yugen said, "When did I do that?" Song said, "Apologize to me." But he refused. Just then Hannah came there. She kicked Song Yoon. Song said, "What are you doing? Are you both close?" Hannah said, he is my friend. But Song said, you are lying. You don't have any friends. Hannah replied, you are the one who has no friends. I have heard many stories from your school days that you never had any friends. Everyone used to hate you. But he said that all of it was a lie. Then Hannah took Yugen with her and left after insulting him. Lee Jae and Subin were watching a movie and went back to a scene from their past that we had already seen before. What had happened was that Lee Jae came to Subin in the rain and said, okay, now you have to decide what you will do. I will wait for you. Later, she ran away. But in the story of their movie, what happened was that Subin did not let her go. He caught her, and both of them ran away together. We return to the present scene where they were watching the movie. The movie ended and both of them fell asleep. Subin woke up and saw that she was sleeping in his arms. He stood up and started going inside so that he could prepare her bed. However, Lee Jae saw him leaving and pretended to be asleep. He came back to her again and wanted to wake her up. Lee Jae opened her eyes for a moment. He noticed it. But she again pretended to be asleep. Subin said to her, do you want me to keep doing this? But she refused and ran into her room. Subin slept outside on the sofa. He noticed Lee Jae's hairband there. He put it on his hand. In the morning, Subin came to eat with In-woo. In-woo saw the hairband on his hand and asked, did you sleep well? He nodded and said, isn't this coffee? We then see Lee Jae trying very hard to continue writing her story. She tore many pages. But she did not know what to write. Subin sent her a message and said, don't push yourself too hard. Did you have breakfast? Come here quickly. But she did not do that. She came to an open place where two old men were practicing. They started talking about the younger generation being jobless and insulting them. But when they realized that a girl was standing behind them, they had to leave. Later, she called Yugen. In the next scene, she came to him. She said, no matter how much I think, I haven't written even a single word. I don't know whether I will be able to do this work or not. By the way, once you told me about doing something. Is that host job still available? He nodded. Later, he got her the job. Yugen said, don't worry about Subin. You can impress him with your work. We see Subin coming to Lee Jae's room. But he realized that she was not there. At the same time, we see Hannah talking to her mother Sway. Sway shouted at her and said, why did you do all that with Song Yoon? People saw it and are making negative comments about you. Hannah said, he thought he was some kind of king. Everyone listens to him. But I am not going to do that. We see Yugen promoting a perfume and giving it to customers to use. Just then Subin also came there and said, why aren't you giving one to me? Aren't you happy to see me? He refused. Just then Hannah arrived there. She saw both of them together and asked, how do you two know each other? Yugen said, we were neighbors when we were kids. Hannah said, okay. Don't become his friend. Then she said to Subin, when you took the audition, you were speaking English. Couldn't you speak Korean there like this? Subin said, at that time I was in America. Then she left. Subin wanted to go with her. But Yugen stopped him and said, buy a perfume. Subin asked, will I get a discount? He nodded. Inside, we see Lee Jae working as a host. She said that Hannah was going to come there. Hannah also arrived and held a fan meeting. But after some time, we see that Subin also came there and noticed Lee Jae. He realized that she had come there to earn money. However, Lee Jae did not see him. Later, he left. Lee Jae came outside and saw that Subin was sitting there. There was a teddy bear nearby. She wore its head. But he noticed her. He came to her and gave her something to eat. She changed her voice and said, do you know me? He nodded and said, yes, I know who you are and why you came here. He started leaving after giving her the food. She threw away the teddy bear head and said, why aren't you saying anything to me? Subin came to her and said, finally, you have made up your mind about what you want to do. Things didn't happen the way you wanted. You must be scared. But all of this is normal. I am scared too because I feel like I am being selfish and maybe I am being too hard on you. But both of us can make better things together like this. Tomorrow I will wait for you at the studio. You come there. Now you have to decide what you want to do. In the next scene, he was in the parking lot. He was waiting for Lee Jae. A lot of time passed, but she did not come. He was about to leave. But then Lee Jae suddenly came and said, "Where did you park your car? I couldn't find it. Quickly open the trunk." Hearing this, he became very happy. In the next scene, both of them went together. In the next scene, Lee Jae was with her mother. She asked, "What do you want me to become?" The woman said, "You can become anything." But then Lee Jae said, "I want to make films again. That's why I came back. And I want to do this work with Subin." But Hyun said, "You cannot do all this together with him." Lee Jae started explaining that Subin had gone against his father and became a film director. "Why can't I do the same? I also have to leave my home and family to do this." At night, we see Han coming to her daughter's room. But she was not there. In the morning, Subin came out of his room. But he saw Lee Jae coming out of the room next to his. He asked, "When did you come?" Lee Jae said, "I came running." In the next scene, both of them started working on the script. Lee Jae made him share the screen so that both of them could know together what they were writing and continue the story together. He also agreed to what she said. In the next scene, we see her in her room talking to her friend Sarang. She told her who she was living with now. Sarang said, "You have to be careful. A boy and a girl are living together. If that happens, romance can also happen." Lee Jae said, "I completely forgot about that. Thanks for telling me." Sarang came near the elevator. But we see that In-woo was also there. At first, he told her to go inside. Then she did. Both of them were together. But more passengers came in. It became very crowded. Sarang's lips touched his shirt and left lipstick on it. Later, they came outside. But she ran after him. She wanted to clean it. She wrote down her number. He said, "What are you doing?" Sarang said, "Nothing. I'll get it cleaned later." Then she ran away. She came to her blind date and talked to the man. But she kept remembering In-woo. She said to herself, he was very sexy. Later, she came outside to look for him. She talked to a girl and said, "I want some information about someone." But the girl said, "We can't tell you that." Just then she saw that the man was right there. At that time, In-woo was talking to Subin. Sarang called out to him and said, "Will you come hang out with me?" But In-woo deliberately said, "Baby." Sarang thought that he must have a girlfriend. She apologized to him and ran away. We see Subin and Lee Jae working on their story. Lee Jae could not understand what she should write. Just then Subin came to her and started explaining. But Lee Jae kept looking at his lips. She remembered what Sarang had said. She wanted to kiss him. But then she shouted and said, "This is very dangerous." Then she ran away from there. She came to an open place and continued writing the story. Lee Jae remembered the scene where Subin had said that they would have to write that they kiss. Later, she wrote it. But then she also noticed that Subin was looking at it. After that, she closed the laptop. A lot of time had passed. Subin did not come. Lee Jae saw that it was raining outside. She took an umbrella and went outside. She was looking for Subin. She called him, but he did not answer. Then she saw Subin ahead. She shouted at him. Lee Jae remembered the scene where she had written that they kiss. Later, she ran to him and kissed him. Both of them looked at each other.